all my years of attending school, I have failed to meet a single substitute teacher that could get my name right on the first try. It's not even that hard of a name, and it doesn't have any weird pronunciation. It's not Darren, it's not Darien, it's just Darien. It's a city in Georgia, Connecticut, and even in Maine, the latter of which is my namesake, after a setting in a novel. I believe that the origins of my name and my upbringing, which I will get into a little later, has really shaped who I am as a person and how my personality is. I was born on September 2nd of 1995, and when I was 3 years old, my parents divorced, and my mother and I moved into a trailer by the Mississippi River. In the area in which we lived, my neighbors were literally my family. My childhood was spent around the river, either in the woods that surrounded it or in the creeks that ran from it. Now don't get me wrong, I loved Barbies and dress up as much as any little girl that age, but there was something to be said about fishing from the banks or climbing trees behind my house. As I'm sure you can guess, I am a bit of a country girl, and I've been told that the old idea of a Southern belle really sums up my personality. You see, I was raised to be as polite, respectful, and as kind to others as possible, and to always act like a lady when you can. But I believe that that's where that comparison stops, because I was also raised to be very independent, and I am ambitious and determined to achieve my goals. My friends also tell me, and usually the people that meet me, that I am very mature for my age, and I can easily see this because I believe that any kid that goes through a divorce usually comes out with a very adult outlook on life. To kind of prove my point on that, I have with me today, as my artifact, a little construction paper book that I wrote and illustrated when I was in kindergarten. Now, I haven't met many 5-year-olds that age that practice what they loved as much as I did, and what I loved then and still now was writing, and I practice it as much as I can. And I think that that book is very special to me for that reason, because it shows what I love, what I was like as a kid, and what I'm like now, all in one neat little package. They say that people from small towns like myself, and country folk like myself, never achieve their dreams simply because they don't see themselves outside of their small town. Well, I hope that this old stereotype never applies to me. I also hope that the fact that my mother decided to randomly name me after a book shows something about how I'll be a writer someday. And perhaps, after I've written a few books, or at least a good bestseller, that maybe people will be able to see my name and to always be able to get it right on the first try. Thank you.